All right, guys, this is Mr. H. I'm going to do number 18. I've already done it using the calculator. Now I'm going to do it algebraically. Even though this is in the multiple choice section, you should be able to do this algebraically, whether it's in the multiple choice or the show your work constructor response. So this is the equation Q equals M times C times the quantity TF minus TI. And they want us to get TF by itself, right? So they want us to isolate this. So at the end, we should have TF by itself. And if you look at all the answer choices, you will see that TF is by itself. Now, if you know PEMDAS, this is not a particularly difficult question. You just have to go through that process. So what you're going to do is you're going to say, what's the first thing that's done to T sub F? Because this is what we're trying to get by itself. According to PEMDAS, you always do parentheses first. So we have to do this subtraction first. So we're going to be subtracting T sub I first. And then what's the next thing that we're doing? Well, we're multiplying. We're multiplying M and C. We can do them individually or we can do them together because they're both basically being multiplied. So the second thing that we're doing is we're multiplying T sub F by M and C. And is there anything else that we're doing? No, there isn't. That's all. We subtract and then we multiply both of these two other variables. So now what we're going to do is we're going to basically do the inverse. So what's the inverse of subtracting T sub I? Well, it's adding T sub I. What's the inverse of multiplying? Because that's multiplying by M times C. Well, we're going to divide by M times C, right? Now, that's it for this question. Now, we did this one first. We did this one second. For when we're trying to get the T sub F, we're going to reverse the order. We're going to do this one first, and we're going to do this one second. So we started with Q by itself. So we're going to start with Q on this side, and then we're just going to do these two steps. So the first step that we're going to do is we're going to divide by M times C. So we check that off. And then the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to add TI to that whole quantity. And that's what we have. That's the problem. And that would be choice number 2. So using PEMDAS, we did this first because that's inside the parentheses. Then we did the multiplication of these two next because of multiplication. And then we just did the inverse. So we did adding T sub I and dividing by MC. And we also reversed the order. So we did the inverse and then we reversed. And we were able to come up with the equation. And that's it. I'm going to sign off.